Welcome to Riot Rumble Netflix edition. I'm Dan. He's Justin. The day is here, Justin. Netflix debut.
We are so back. It is time. This is one of the most anticipated days, I think, in sports entertainment history, really and truly.
Yep.
January 6th, Netflix Raw. Here we go.
So, do you know, and I meant to look this up, but how long has Raw in Canada? Obviously, we're streaming out of Canada on YouTube. How long has Raw been on Sportsnet?
I think since it started, really and truly, I think the whole time it's been on there. I know obviously before Sportsnet 360 it was called The Score, but same ways though, it was same channel 53.
So up here on the screen you're seeing the fresh new Raw Netflix logo. What do you think?
That looks so clean. I'm actually a big fan of that.
Yeah,
and
nice.
I like how the sides kind of have the Netflix red as well. That's a nice little touch there.
Very cool.
Oh man, this is like it really is a new era. I'm really excited for this.
So yeah, in Canada, we've been watching on The Score, on Sportsnet, on our basic sports cable package, but now it's going to Netflix. A lot of people originally were like, oh, with some of the streaming live events they've done where we've had buffering, things not working. Mike Tyson fight was a little iffy, but on NFL Christmas Day, those matches went flawless. Huge viewership. I think like 25 million viewers. I think when Beyonce was on with Post Malone, peaked at like 32 million viewers. So
it was insane.
Maybe take a deep breath. You know, we don't have to watch it live. Great thing about WWE, you can come in a little bit late, fast forward through some stuff. You think we're going to get commercials?
Ooh, that's a good question. Now, I don't think so in the sense of like, it would be really interesting to see like matches just stop on Netflix. I could definitely see like the whole where you do on the left you have the match, maybe on the right you have ads. But yeah, I don't know how I'd feel about commercials really.
It'll be interesting to see. So my brother and I were talking about this because we watched the NFL on Christmas Day. They did have commercials.
Oh, they did. Okay.
So I don't know if they'll do commercials or not. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, you can do some advertisements. There's been some rumors about some advertisements in the ring. I don't know how I feel about that. But anyways, let's get to the show. Tonight is the night. The year's over. We got a new year. 2024 was huge for WWE. And tonight, we start off with John Cena.
Oh, the GOAT himself is coming back. The start of the farewell tour. Now, this is the most bittersweet thing I think any wrestling fan will ever see. I'm very happy that he's back, really and truly, but I can't believe this is the last ride. It is the farewell.
Now, we're kind of two different generations of WWE. I'm like WWE Attitude Era. You are John Cena era. I kind of missed it. A little bit older, I went off to college, didn't watch a lot of wrestling, but obviously everyone knows who John Cena is. Now, I've gone back. The YouTube channel for WWE's had some wicked like reviews and like old matches, so I've seen a lot of John Cena, a lot of cool stuff with CM Punk, a lot of stuff with The Rock. What do you think? Do you think we're going to see him fight tonight? Do you think it's just going to be him showing up and saying hello? Where are we tonight? Las Vegas?
Yeah, Vegas. I think it's going to be interesting. I do definitely think someone's going to confront him, and I think we're going to get an AA for sure. Had to see an attitude adjustment. I think he's going to officially probably declare for the Rumble and say that's like his aspirations, and we're probably going to hear WrestleMania come out of his mouth as well. But I don't know. It's like, it's so cool, but it's also like I don't want to see it end. But like, it's all gonna depend on this. Today's the first impression. Do you have any like what are your expectations on this?
I didn't see it with my own eyes, but we know he's been rocking the Hollywood hair for a couple of years. I read a tweet that said someone caught him coming out of a barbershop and he had the classic hair.
He had the buzzed hair.
The buzzed hair. So I don't have a picture. I don't know if that's 100% sure.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
But he did look a little weird with the Hollywood hair that he grew out for some of the movies, but he's got to come back with the buzz.
He has to. Super Cena and the jorts as well.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to upgrade his outfit. There's probably no point now. But so we have him all year. I think they said like 40 plus appearances, maybe even more than that.
It's going to be insane.
So yeah, awesome. John Cena. So on to the next. That's a confirmed. These are confirmed appearances tonight. The next confirmed appearance is the final boss.
Oh my God.
My man.
I can't believe this is happening.
So I'm a Rock guy, back to where he had hair and he had sideburns down to his jawline. But I always get great feels when The Rock comes back. We knew he's coming back sooner or later. We saw a quick appearance where he came out, pointed at some people and disappeared, but he tweeted out he's coming back. final boss.
Finally. We've been waiting for this for so long now. I think this is like a dream come true for any wrestling fan, in the sense of he's the biggest star on the world, period. You know, there's a reason why he gets paid all of this money to do the movies, and there's a reason why when he comes back, he gets hundreds of millions of views for the wrestling. So that being said, I'm excited. It's going to be electric. I wonder if he's going to come back and cut a promo, or is he going to come in and, I guess, interfere on someone's parade, which maybe we'll get to in a bit.
So obviously, I think there's 4 confirmed matches. There's confirmed appearances. You would assume that he's going to come back and it's going to be something to do with the bloodline. But I saw a rumor just before we went on air saying John Cena and The Rock are going to have a confrontation right off the bat, which would be really cool, right? And like you said, The Rock is the biggest star in the world. Anything. As soon as people try to crush him, that Christmas movie came out, Red One, didn't do great in theaters. Came out way too early, bad timing. It was actually delayed. It was supposed to come out a year before, but then it comes out on Amazon and it smashes records. I think 60 million views in the opening weekend.
Insane.
And then Moana comes out a few weeks later. It's the biggest debut for an animated film ever. Broke Frozen 2 records. It's made boatloads of money. I think it's probably around $1 billion now. So you can't hold The Rock down. As soon as he appears, that place is going to go absolutely bonkers. And I heard over the weekend too, he purchased a whole bunch of more TKO shares.
Oh, nice.
Like massive amounts. So he's slowly buying huge chunks of this organization. I don't know if one day he'll be the owner of TKO or one of the biggest single shareholders, but
it's looking like
The Rock in WWE forever is probably a good idea.
Oh, I'm with you. And I'm glad that we're both big fans of The Rock. I hate when people hate on him. It's like he's such a good representation, in my opinion.
It's kind of like Taylor Swift. Like,
really,
like, what are you hating on Taylor Swift for? You don't like her music, but there's nothing to hate on her, right?
Yeah, literally. So I'm really excited for that. If these two could get in the ring again, just like how they did at WrestleMania, that would be awesome.
Now, the third and final confirmed return to WWE is Logan Paul,
our unofficial sponsor of the episodes.
Prime. We don't have our Prime today, but I drank one on the weekend. So
amen to that.
So Logan Paul's coming back. We haven't seen him in a while. We haven't seen him since he lost to
LA Knight.
LA Knight. So
I'm so excited for this. Genuinely, I am so excited.
Kind of confused. Obviously, he was trolling us. He had a baby. He said he's done. He's retired. He's a dad now. He can't be out there breaking his back. But clearly trolled us. He's coming back. What do you see for him?
That's a great question. Now, as much as I would say I want to see him get his U.S. title back, obviously that's a SmackDown title and he's coming to Raw. Maybe he's going for that Intercontinental Championship. It would be really interesting to see. I think, unfortunately, right now, the Heavyweight Championship picture is a bit too big. There's a lot of people that are probably going to get a chance of that title before him. But with that being said, there is something for him. I don't know what it is, but I'm really excited. I just wish he was still here, obviously, before, because I'm not a huge fan of LA Knight, as we know from previous shows. We both really liked his title run. So now that he's able to come back, just him being there, kind of similar to The Rock. He's not as big, however, he's going to draw names for sure, because he's Logan Paul. So I'm really excited.
Super excited, too, because anytime he's on like a normal show, like he's in Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes hands him rings and he punches people with Super Bowl rings, they're in Vegas. Like, who knows? He's bringing somebody out. He's not coming out by himself. Or something's going to happen and someone's going to be with him. Who knows? I think, is Travis Scott performing tonight?
He is,
Maybe he comes out with Travis Scott in a tank and like...
that would be awesome, honestly.
But Logan Paul's back. Can't complain. Just with John Cena, The Rock, and Logan Paul, like, good show's over. Let's move on. So,
but now there's like so much now to talk about.
So 4 confirmed matches. These are in order of how they appear on the WWE website and on Wikipedia, which is typically from PLEs in the past is the actual run order. Sometimes they change it up, but number 1 match. Cue the image.
Oh, one's in the sky. This is the first one. Oh my god.
The deets on this is that this is a tribal combat match. For the Ula Fala and the recognition as the tribal chief. So they've had a couple matches before, but this one's like
the big one.
So if Solo wins, Roman has agreed to recognize him as a chief.
Which is nuts.
It's not happening.
I know it can't, right?
I do like Solo more than like previously when we used to do a show. I thought Solo was a bit of a goofball. Definitely think he's a goofball now, but like seeing him interact with people in the public, at airports, like off air, like
he's a nice guy.
He's likable, right? Like he's definitely filling the role, but I would like to see Solo back with Roman Reigns. I think he's a lot better as like a second in charge or a supporting character. I don't think he is the tribal chief, but you never know. So what's your predictions for this one?
Oh man, once this guy, it has to be Roman Reigns getting back to Ulafala. Oh man, like the way Jacob Fatu just does this and prays, that's gonna be me tonight. I don't think Netflix would want to bring Roman in to have him lose, first of all. And I think this could be a good segue to bring back the tribal chief and then give Solo his own little island of relevancy on SmackDown, because I don't know if he's going on Raw as well. But I think Roman is. And they would make sense, obviously. This kind of opens the doors to maybe The Rock and John Cena, who we mentioned. It also gives Solo, I guess, now his solo spot back, and he could kind of, I guess, thrive once again. Because I do really like the new bloodline as for what they do for the business.
Funny enough, like, so WrestleMania was February. Roman went away for a bit. We knew he was filming a movie, taking a break. The new bloodline came out, and we were very skeptical off the bat. We're like, this is not good. But then they started adding some members, and now it's like they're actually legit. So really even without Roman Reigns, without The Rock, without Jay and Jimmy Uso, they're actually really good. So I actually like the group. We seem to be missing one member of the bloodline, though, for weeks.
Tonga Loa.
He had a patch on. He had a missed punch. And I haven't seen him, so I don't know if he's hurt.
He hurt himself in War Games. So they confirmed. I'm not laughing at his injury, mind you. Just the history of Tonga Loa, the infamous Tonga Loa. So unfortunately, I think he hurt something in his arm, if I'm not mistaken. I know him, Jimmy, and Bronson Reed all got confirmed injuries that they discussed.
Bronson Reed, bad ankle. Now, I wonder if Bronson Reed is still going to tag up with the bloodline, or if that was just a one-off thing. I actually liked him in the bloodline.
He was really good.
I actually thought he fit in really well, but I guess we'll have to wait and see.
But the tribal combat's finally here. Has to be once this guy. It's just a matter of who. And I think it has to be Roman.
I'm going with Roman too. Unless there's interference from the outside.
Does The Rock interfere?
Does The Rock maybe interfere? But I don't know. I think the bloodline story is so good that The Rock doesn't have to get involved in that yet. I think the John Cena stuff, also he's got some lingering stuff with Cody Rhodes as well. Which we know. So maybe just let the bloodline thing play its way out, but it's got to be Roman Reigns.
It has to be. Putting up the ones for the tribal chief.
Perfect. Match number 2 is Liv Morgan, the current women's champion, and Rhea Ripley.
Oh, man. Oh, this excites me. This is finally their crowning moment. We've seen them back and forward in the ring, outside interference, backstage brawls, but on the Netflix stage for the women's championship. This might be one of the biggest women's matches I think ever, really and truly, at least in my time of watching wrestling. Who do you got coming out of this one?
Daddy Dom.
Oh. I mean, if you can pull these two women, then you must be doing something
now.
Right.
Does Dom flip on Liv and go back to Rhea?
That would be interesting.
Or does he stay loyal to Liv?
I think
because I think he's got to be the deciding factor. I don't think this is going to be a match without them. I don't think he has any other scheduled appearance. So I think if we're going to see Dom, which he's super popular now, people like to not like him. CM Punk made a funny comment about ripping off that mustache.
I saw that.
But he's got to be involved in this somehow. It's been brought up too many times. So he's a deciding factor. I think it just depends which way.
Maybe he's going to try and help Liv Morgan, and then he costs her the match inadvertently, and maybe we see some even more troubles in the Judgment Day. Because I know recently it hasn't really been a mainline thing, but the Judgment Day have had some more turmoil, and it's only a matter of time. Don't know if you saw, but they got new entrance music as well. So it's really a whole new identity in the group. So that could be the start of something. It would also be interesting, too, if it was actually Finn Balor that cost Liv Morgan. Backpacking off that.
And Finn Balor's really stepped up. Like he's actually turned into a real leader. I like him, but it seems someone's going to do something to mess something up. But.
And I think it's only going to go in the Eradicator Rhea Ripley's favor, if we're being honest here.
But I feel like the end of Liv and Dom is coming
it's
soon.
looming.
If it's not tonight, it's coming soon. So.
Yeah, for real.
Awesome. So who do you think's going to win?
I have to go with Mommy. Have to go Rhea Ripley on that one.
See, I think Liv Morgan's going to keep going. I really do. I think her run's been so good, and her last match, she won, and people were like, man, she's been really good, shockingly. So I think she's got to keep it.
It's going to be so good to see, though. Like, this match, I'm really looking forward to. Awesome. I feel like no matter what, the fans come out on top of this one, no matter what happens.
And not mentioned in this, but we got another new women's champion.
Yes, we did.
Trish.
Tiffy.
Or Tiffy. Sorry.
It's Tiffy time.
Thinking Canadians, Trish Stratus.
Yep.
She finally cashed in.
Yes.
I don't think she's fighting tonight. She might make a quick appearance, but
I hope she does.
That cash in was something.
It was really good, yeah. I was always a fan of Nia Jax, really and truly, in her second run, but it had to be Tiffy time eventually, and I'm happy it finally was. It was also cool, too, that, like, I guess the USA Network's era ends off with that, really and truly. So now at least she will always have that moment with her, and now going into Netflix, she's the champion. So, yeah, that was definitely the right decision.
And quick, she's only been in WWE for, I think, like around a year.
Yeah, something like that. It's
she was in NXT, but I think she's coming up to WWE real short.
Heading right to the top. It's Tiffy time.
Okay, next match. Drew McIntyre, Jey Uso. This is just a singles match, which makes me wonder if this is out of order or not, but no title, but yeah.
This is going to be a good match. Honestly, I didn't even know this was planned. These are two of the hottest guys right now, I would say, in the WWE, especially Drew McIntyre since he's come back. Obviously, it's no secret that we're both huge fans of both of these men, actually. So this is going to be a good one. Now, granted, what's going on with the story, I feel like Drew McIntyre has to win. If Drew McIntyre lost
if he lost, it'd make no sense, right?
Yeah,
like it's all of a sudden like, it's over. He's trying to run through the bloodline. He's run through one member. He went through Sammy.
I think he attacked Jimmy, and now he's fighting Jay officially. This is going to be a good one, though. I feel like I don't know how it's going to end, but I do know that some way, shape, or form McIntyre is going to get the W. But I would just wonder if he's going to cheat to win, if someone's going to help him, if the bloodline might distract Jey Uso. Like, there's a lot of possibilities here.
Where do you think this is heading, though? Like, this is obviously coming out of his hatred still for CM Punk. We thought it was over. CM Punk said it was over. Drew never said it was over. So is he like just going to try to run through the bloodline until he gets back to CM Punk? Like, it's got to end with him and CM Punk again.
I think it will, in the sense of he did say the Solo a couple weeks ago. He was like, you know what? I'm going to trust you to take out Roman Reigns. So I don't think he even has his mind on Roman. He's like, Solo, you do that and maybe I'll come back to you. But I think it all comes back to CM Punk. And it is going to be very interesting to see what Drew does going into the road to WrestleMania. Because obviously we got 3 PLEs beforehand. Well, I guess 2. This isn't even a PLE, but it feels like one. Truly. So you got 3 big events to kind of make your name for yourself going into WrestleMania, and I think this is the start. Does that lead to Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk at WrestleMania? I don't know, but maybe that could happen at Elimination Chamber. Maybe they have like an Extreme Rules match or something like that at that pay-per-view.
Yeah, and I wonder if we see another bloodline link-up, but instead of Bronson Reed, you've got Drew McIntyre, and you've got CM Punk with Roman Reigns again. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what... If Drew doesn't have the title or CM Punk doesn't have the title, I don't see them at WrestleMania. Because I really think like CM Punk needs to be in a title fight or with a title. Like it's his body's not getting any younger. He gets banged up really easily, but he needs that main event. Like, he's earned it, I think. I think he's one of the biggest fighters right now. The bump he gets is absolutely insane. But the longer you wait, the more beat up that guy's going to be, and I don't think he's going to be fighting for that much longer. Yeah,
the hatred trail that CM Punk kind of leaves behind him, though, is pretty funny just because of the impact that Drew McIntyre, he's still going with it. He's like, I'm not done. But I think regardless, though, tonight's biggest winner could be Jey Uso. I know he's already a fan favorite, but there's going to be even more eyes on tonight.
Absolutely.
With the Yeats, I feel like new fans might tune in and start doing this with them as well. I think he even said he has big plans. He wants to win the WWE Championship this year. So this could be a big moment for Jey Uso to kick off his 2025.
And Pat McAfee's back.
Oh, yeah, he
Number
is.
1 Jey Uso fan. So he'll be yeeting in the crowd on his chair with everybody, too. So super exciting to have Pat McAfee back. We didn't think he was going to be back until I think WrestleMania or even later, but they brought him back already.
I'm glad he's back earlier,
so that's exciting. And he's back on Raw for the foreseeable future every week, so it's not like a one-off just for this big show. He's going to be doing every week.
Yeah, honestly, love to see it.
Now, hating CM Punk rolls into the next fight because everybody loves to hate CM Punk, especially Seth Rollins.
Yes.
So the next match, which they have as the main event, I don't know if it is or not, but CM Punk, Seth freaking Rollins. This has been boiling for a couple of weeks now, and what do you think?
This is like the match of matches. I feel like any wrestling fan of the last 14 years has wanted this match ever since they crossed paths in NXT and they teamed up together, and now after just years and years of hate back and forth, they finally get to meet in that ring. I don't know what's gonna happen in this one. I really don't. I want to go with CM Punk, but like, does he beat Seth Rollins? I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see.
I don't see CM Punk losing. I really don't. Like, I know he lost one of the 3 matches to Drew McIntyre.
Yes.
I think they had to do that just to get the 3rd match, which the 3rd match was unbelievable. But I just don't see CM Punk losing. I also have this weird, like, belief that Triple H is basically like punishing everyone who acted like little babies when CM Punk came back one by one.
Yeah.
Because 2 notable people who went on podcasts or that were caught on video or tape or footage by fans of having temper tantrums when CM Punk returned were Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins.
Yep.
And Seth Rollins did interviews. We've seen from the return of CM Punk video that WWE put out on Netflix, the way he was acting in the ring, and we knew that wasn't fake. We've heard him and his wife make comments about CM Punk in real life, or Phil Brooks, they refer to him as, which is real deep because I didn't even know that was his name until he said that. I'm like, Phil Brooks. But I have this weird, like, feeling. I've watched old videos with Triple H. He talks about how much he loves CM Punk, like way back in the old days before he was even in WWE. And I just feel like he's like punishing people for speaking out publicly, like out of character personally. And I just feel like CM Punk's going to beat Seth Rollins, and it's kind of like a keeping people in line in the Triple H era.
Yeah, honestly, that's not a bad take at all. Obviously, just backpacking off that point, yeah, Hunter is a huge fan of CM Punk, as are we all, to be honest. That's just what it is. He is the voice of the voiceless, and I think we haven't seen him have his big moment yet, I would say, since he's come back. Obviously, he lost the Royal Rumble match, got injured. The Drew McIntyre feud was great, but it wasn't like the, I guess, pinnacle. He's not going to peak at that. But because of how big this event is and how big this matchup is, him winning tonight almost feels just as big, if not even bigger, than him winning a championship, given the context of this matchup alone. My biggest fear, though, is that if CM Punk wins, how off the rails does Seth Rollins go? Like, he might go crazy, might just become full heel. I don't know where that's going to lead, but this could have some serious ramifications on the future. So if this is the main event, I think it is a rightful main event for sure.
And another rumor, too, and this hasn't been in, like, anything official, but, like, I've heard his wife could be returning tonight too. We haven't seen
Becky
her.
Lynch,
We haven't seen Becky in so long.
Yeah.
But I think right now with Liv and Rhea Ripley, what they have going on, having her come back would be really good. Because I think when you have 2 top women or you have 2 or 3 people, it makes it a little more exciting when you throw someone else in there as well. And also, like, when's WrestleMania?
I think this year so it's usually in April. So I think it's 2 nights in April to start. So I think I think building up long term, this story has so much ramifications, even back having off that point too. Does Becky Lynch make her return in this match and help her husband win?
Yeah.
That'd be crazy. That would be pretty crazy.
It would be even crazier if she accidentally didn't help her husband win.
And cost him
because we did see, I actually saw a lot of fans were posting a video and images from months ago before Becky took her break of her and CM Punk backstage talking, and they look like they're having like a normal conversation. And
it's gonna be wild. I think no matter what, tonight's gonna be one of the biggest nights, like I said, in the sports history.
It's basically a WrestleMania on a normal show, right?
Yeah.
So where does CM Punk go after this? So CM Punk wins tonight, theoretically. Where does he go? He needs that title.
He does.
Does he win WrestleMania or Royal Rumble to get a shot at the title? Like, I don't think him and Cody Rhodes don't have any like beef, right? So him fighting Cody doesn't make sense. Cody needs to lose that title. No offense, and like we haven't even talked about Cody Rhodes. And this is the issue, right?
That sums up his reign.
He's on some imagery. They've showed on imagery. They said he's appearing tonight. Who knows? Maybe he comes out. He gets beat up from KO.
He'll probably say that he wishes his dad was here to watch this moment, and then
so we'll see him. But he's kind of like he's run his title, right?
Yeah.
So we need him to lose the title. Does he lose the title to Roman Reigns, and then CM Punk and Roman Reigns fight for the title?
Yeah, that could be a possibility. I was even going to backpack off that point into this. Maybe his favor to Paul Heyman that's been, kind of up for debate. Maybe it's just a WrestleMania main event, period. So maybe the title might not even be involved. And maybe that match could be against Roman. You never know. Because there's a whole lot of cooks in that kitchen for these belts right now. And I think that's why it's so hard to predict. There's obviously these two right here, too, The Rock and Cena. Cody has to lose the title, like you said.
Him and The Rock have had some words back and forth. I don't know about so many matches, but a lot of words back and forth between Rock and CM Punk. Cena and CM Punk have had some unbelievable matches. There was like top 10 John Cena matches of his career, and I think 3 of them were against CM Punk.
Yeah, literally.
So
that
maybe you're right.
Volumes.
Maybe it's just CM Punk versus John Cena, or CM Punk versus The Rock, and or Roman Reigns, and it isn't a title fight, but it's a main event.
Yeah, and like I just think that unfortunately, if like this guy was not in the picture, then like it could be so much easier.
Yeah.
But I just think like you can't see every single feud that Cody Rhodes has been in and have him be the lesser of the two. You know, I thought AJ Styles was better than him in their feud. Logan Paul looked better than him in their match. Yeah. Kevin Owens has been doing some of his best work in this run. Solo literally pinned him. So again, it's like all of these things are like, wow, he's the champion, but
KO pinned him too, but the ref was out of the ring, right?
So it's like, how long is this reign gonna last? And a part of me thinks it might not even make it to Mania, really and truly. So that's ones to watch.
And when you talk about the Cody run too, there's a bunch of wrestlers that have kind of been away. You mentioned AJ Styles. We haven't seen him in so long, which is wild because he was at absolute peak shape. I don't know if he got hurt. He was doing the WWE. He went to Japan and fought, came back and he fought on TNT.
Yeah,
I think
something
it was
like that. Yeah.
And then we haven't seen him in months. Randy Orton as well. I know they've been giving people a lot more time off under the Triple H era, where the work schedules are a little nicer and you can actually spend some time with your family. But I don't know. Randy Orton maybe come back tonight. Maybe AJ Styles pops out of somewhere. But there's a lot of wrestlers who've kind of been away. So
so Cody has a lot on his plate, I would say, and I think that like unfortunately he's not Roman Reigns, and I just don't see him lasting this long with all this plethora of talent, because that's really at the end of the day what it is. When Roman Reigns was the champion, he stood out. He was levels above, as he self-proclaimed. But Cody Rhodes, like we both just said, he's constantly on like the side B. It's like, oh no, he's not actually what I want to watch right now.
Everyone just wants to do the whoa, and then when that's done, it's kind of like, oh, get him out of the ring.
Yeah, literally. And I think this whole conversation really sums that up, because this is the biggest event in the sport, and the WWE Undisputed Champion isn't even being talked about. Like, that's wild to say.
Yeah, he's not fighting. We don't even know if he's appearing. We assume he's appearing, but yeah. Well, that's about all we got for today.
Yep.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, what's happening? Oh. Okay, we got some rumors. So, I don't know if you've heard these. I found them last night on the internet. I thought I'd throw these at you. There's 4 rumors, big rumors. Rumor number 1, Hulk Hogan is scheduled to be on Raw. This has been through multiple sources.
Yes.
He's been seen in Las Vegas. Is this just like he's in the crowd, kind of like what we've seen with a few of the other wrestlers in recent time? Or is it actually going to be like a Hulk Hogan maybe tribute in the ring?
I think maybe he's going to cut a promo. So, yeah, I think there'll be some sort of tribute in the ring. That's crazy. The fact that this show is going to have so many stars is wild. Now, the question is he going to put someone over? Is he coming out to big up someone? Is he going to take a bump?
So I've seen a couple things. So first off, I've seen a lot of negativity where people are like, why is he coming back? And it's like, this is a new era for WWE. We've kind of like moved past the Vince McMahon era. It's now Triple H's WWE and The Rock's WWE. So a lot of people have seen a lot of negative comments, but I don't know if you saw the ring, and I don't know if this is real or not, but they did show a black ring, and it had advertisements in it.
Yes, I did.
And one of the advertisements in it was Hulk Hogan's beer company. So he has his own beer company.
Okay.
So it seems like he's a sponsor. I don't know if he's like paid for it, or they just kind of done it out of partnership, possibly.
Yeah, like loyalty.
But who knows? I don't know if he's coming back. He's not fighting, but maybe he's going to punch somebody in the head, or
imagine if
drop
he took
a leg drop on somebody. But I think this is maybe like saying farewell to the old WWE, maybe a legend appearance, and then move on with the show. But
yeah, I think Hulk Hogan's probably done this type of appearance now probably 4 times in the last 10 years or so. So that being said, I don't know if it's going to be something different, or it's going to be the same picture just painted in a different font, because like what more could he do?
Yeah.
But it will be interesting to see who joins him in that ring, if there is someone. I know at there was a WrestleMania where he gave a speech, and then I know Stone Cold and Mick Foley joined him in the ring. I don't think that's going to happen all tonight, nor do I think the fans want to see all that.
Well, funny enough, you mentioned Stone Cold.
Oh.
So,
shoot.
The WWE had a drone, apparently, so they filmed a drone show. So you're looking at this image, and I was looking at it, I'm like, what the heck is this? So in Las Vegas, there is a company that you pay, and they have like hundreds of drones, and the drones light up, and the drones fly around and make shapes. I guess they edit in whatever logo it is or design, and the drones fly up, and they have sensors, and they can see. So WWE filmed a drone show in Vegas ahead of tonight's event. They're going to be showing it maybe during the intro, maybe commercials, breaks at some point. But one of the images captured was Stone Cold's logo.
Damn, that's so funny.
The thing that's interesting is that it was the new Raw logo. There was a WWE logo. One said Rhea Ripley. There was a John Cena. It was all current wrestlers. It almost could be maybe during the intros while people are walking in, they'll show this like in the background. But the only non-current wrestler they showed was Stone Cold.
Damn. Maybe I'm gonna eat my words. And maybe
WrestleMania,
Hulk Hogan.
Originally, Stone Cold was supposed to appear to be the one to take out The Rock, to allow Cody to win, but apparently they couldn't come to an agreement. Last minute change was made. Undertaker showed up. So, do we see Stone Cold back?
Maybe, just maybe. I'm gonna get rid of my previous take, and after seeing that and then this discussion here, I think he has to be there then tonight. This is gonna be
he looks good. I don't know if you've kept up to date with him. I watch his podcast every once in a while, and pretty funny. He's doing the cold plunging and working out. He looks really good.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's Bret Hart who came into the ring and could barely walk and just didn't look good and couldn't do anything and
he
could
might
barely
actually
even talk either. Like
tonight.
Stone Cold could actually come in and like be a part of something, not just a tribute like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, really and truly, I did not know that. No. So maybe we'll see the two of them in the ring. Maybe someone's gonna confront them, and maybe he hits a stunner. Who knows? I'd be pretty happy with that, honestly.
Now, who would you like to see him stunner?
Ooh, if anyone on, you know what? What if he stuns Dominic Mysterio? That's
a good one.
Yeah, there you go.
I wouldn't mind seeing him take out Solo, but I think Alden agrees with that one.
That's gonna be interesting. What if he stuns Hulk Hogan?
That would be wild.
Could you imagine?
It's kind of funny with the Hulk Hogan appearance. A lot of people, he's now controversial because he spoke at the Trump campaign, ripped his shirt off. It was pretty funny though. But WWE's kind of aligning with UFC and TKO and that whole group. I think you're seeing a lot of that where Triple H is at the WWE or at the UFC events, and Hogan's always there and Trump's out there. It's kind of interesting, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see the reception Hulk Hogan gets. And I don't know if it's going to be like the Saturday night's main event where we had Jesse Ventura and it was kind of just like a quick announcing thing, which that was kind of funny. But nothing important, right? Like he wasn't part of the show, so who knows? Maybe Hulk's a great talker, whether you like him or not, or he's controversial or not. Like he is good on the mic. So
so that will be pretty fun. I'm excited for that for sure.
Rumor number 3.
Oh,
so they've been teasing for a couple weeks. I don't know anything about this guy. What is his name? Pentagon,
Pentagon.
So this apparently is an official promo shot that leaked ahead of tonight's event. I don't know who he is. I don't know where he came from. I saw him. I'm like, oh, he's going to be fighting Rey Mysterio. Apparently I'm wrong. There's a rumors that he's going to be with Solo in Solo's bloodline.
No way. Oh my God.
Does that make sense? Like, who is this guy?
So, okay, I have very limited knowledge on Pentagon Jr. I believe they're just dropping that.
There's a Pentagon Senior.
There might just be. So I think what's cool, so he is coming from AEW. Okay. Now, what's cool about him is that he kind of fits that AEW build where a lot of cool stunts in the ring, but he is a good in-ring wrestler. Now, I think if you're going to make this guy a heel and he's going to be like in the bloodline, that's actually a crazy pull. I did not know that.
Is he normally wear black and red?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And like that mask, I know you guys could see that design on top of it. I think they've been teasing that design a lot.
Yeah, that logo has been popping up through WWE events.
Oh man, yeah, it's gonna be crazy. He's kind of like a Jacob Fatu type beat. Okay. That's like the best way I could put it. To where like really big guy, but still does these like crazy moves, jumping off the top rope. Probably will do a Canadian Destroyer here and there. And yeah, I'm really excited for his debut. That's actually a crazy discussion.
In an alternate universe, can he actually be Dominic Mysterio? And Dominic Mysterio is actually Eddie Guerrero's son?
Yeah, really?
Because he looks way more like Rey Mysterio. I don't know how tall this guy is, but just his build. He looks short. He looks square. It looks like Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, he's like a jacked version, it seems. Yeah, honestly, maybe he has to fight Dom.
Looks pretty cool. And like, no offense to the Wyatt Six, but like, what an absolute failure. They built that up for so long. I don't think those guys are even appearing tonight. Or are they SmackDown or Raw?
They are Raw.
They are Raw, so. Yeah. I don't even think they're appearing. They might, who knows? But like, that's just fallen flat on its face for how much hype they've had.
Yeah.
But this guy looks really cool.
Yeah,
like I can see like action figures. I can see him in a video game. I can see him on like an animated series. Like,
look at those tattoos.
That's a really cool character. Like the mouth is terrifying. The eyes are terrifying. Hopefully he works out. But you put him with Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
In like the Rogue bloodline.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, Roman Reigns wins tonight. I see the bloodline splitting. I don't see Solo returning to be his guy, but I don't know, maybe they spin off into something else and become like a bunch of crazies, and that
would be a perfect fit.
Crazy. Got one more rumor, not really a rumor, it was kind of confirmed last night, but Triple H announced that Raw will no longer be a 3-hour show. It can be anywhere from 40 minutes to 4 hours. There's no fixed time on the Netflix. What do you think of that?
Well, like the caption says, that is insane. That's crazy. I did not see this rumor, so this is actually, or I guess confirmation. That's wild. I wonder what that means now for Raw shows going forward from the context of fillers. I know we would used to talk about some of the matches being on Raw would be like, okay, these are just the throwaways. Will we have any of those now? I don't think so.
I don't think so. And like, I think I've mentioned it to you over the last like few weeks where you'll be watching a show. There was a show a few weeks ago where CM Punk kicked off the show. It was like a 20-minute intro. It was fantastic. Seth Rollins came out. It was unbelievable. It was super hyped. And then all of a sudden, that was it. For the next hour and a half, it was just replays and highlights and nothing new. I wonder what the audience is doing, because they paid a lot of money to play or to attend the event. Are there actual like house show events going on or other fights going on that we just didn't see on TV? But it's all reruns, highlights, stuff from last week, upcoming stuff. So yeah, probably no filler. I don't think you're going to get a 40-minute show. But still, like,
the fact that like that's the range, like what if we did get one? Imagine if like, okay, cool guys, you know, we just had a crazy PLE on Saturday, Raw tonight, you're gonna get an hour show with like the NXT guys. Like that could be cool to see. I don't know if anyone's gonna necessarily thrive and love that. However, though, Triple H saying it could go from 40 minutes to 4 hours, that's wild. Imagine a 4-hour Raw. On the contrary,
I feel like tonight's gonna be probably pushing 4 hours. With the amount of stuff going on, the amount of appearances, it's gotta be.
That's crazy though. Like, that really is the Netflix era speaking. I'm really excited to see what happens going forward, but tonight is one of the biggest nights I think in the company's
and I think
history.
When this was originally announced, I thought it was just Raw, but it's Raw, it's NXT, and it's SmackDown. So there's 3 events this week. There's all kinds of old Vault material that's coming out. I don't know if you've been on Netflix recently, but when you go to the WWE page, it's got release dates for all kinds of like vintage events. So
it's crazy. This is truly a new era. And I feel like last year when we first started doing this, it was kind of like, wow, wrestling is like at its peak and like globally, commercially. And to think now, like 6-7 months later, it's even topped that with this, because this is like the biggest thing. It's wild. And I think tonight's going to be, like you said, like a WrestleMania type of a show, and I'm really excited for it.
Now, I tried to find some stuff on SmackDown and NXT for this week. There's not a lot. I think they wanted to just let tonight happen and not confuse people with what's going on. But I imagine we're going to get some big stuff on NXT tomorrow night. We're going to get some huge stuff on SmackDown on Friday. And then what's the next PLE?
The Royal Rumble. So that's February 1st. It's actually the first time the Rumble's in February.
And is Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, is that confirmed for Royal Rumble?
Yes, they're gonna have a ladder match, I believe they said it was, and a ladder match, and both titles are gonna be at the top. So I guess Kevin Owens' wing title kind of holds merit now, which is weird, but it's crazy that like his storylines are always put, I guess, after the main event, because obviously in Vancouver, Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes did not fight, and now on Raw they're not fighting either. It's like, damn, they're just not important, unfortunately. So that match is confirmed for Rumble. I know. Maybe we're gonna just put them under. Here.
You're done. You've been moved out. So, is there anything else you want to talk about?
No, I honestly, that covered most of the bases. This was fun. A great return for Riot Rumble. I'm really excited for tonight. Thank you again for coming on.
No problem. I think it's on at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yes, I think that sounds correct.
I'm probably gonna start it a little bit late, so I can kind of fast forward if there are commercials, but I'll stay off Twitter so I don't get any spoilers.
Yeah, amen to that. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're happy to do the return of Riot Rumble. Thank you again, Dan, for prepping today's episode. It was really fun. Yeah, honestly, like tonight is going to be a really big show. And obviously, we'll be talking about it again in future episodes, hopefully. But it's a great start, and we're really happy to be back. So thank you guys so much for watching. Happy New Year. This has been Riot Rumble, live from the Media Hub on riotradio.ca.